Hi, welcome to my Wednesday walk. My name is Jody Comator and this is my dog Chants. And we're actually not on a walk today. And this video is actually going to be a little different. It's going to be a tribute for Chants. For those of you who have been following us by our videos or on Facebook and are close friends of ours know that Chance has not been feeling so well lately, and I wanted to just share a little bit about our journey together because he's actually been one of my longest, most intimate relationships. When he was just 1.5 years and I was living in New York City, I rescued him from an organization, an amazing organization called Boxer Rescue. I found him on the internet. He was living with his sister. So there was 2 white boxers that I found, and they didn't want to separate the 2 boxers. His name was Dozer and her name was Lulu, and they wanted to keep the 2 boxers together. And when I inquired about one of the whites, they said that they wanted to keep them together, and I patiently awaited, and I got a phone call back from Boxer Rescue, and they said that the male would be a good fit and that no one would adopt them out together, and that they wanted to adopt the male to me in New York City. And so Chancey, I named him Chance. I changed his name from Dozer to Chance. And I was obviously teaching yoga at the time, and I knew that I wanted to give him some sort of sweet, fun yoga kind of name. So he was a rescue dog, so instead of calling him Chance, C-H-A-N-C-E, I changed it to C-H-A-N-T-S. And I took him to New York City, and Chance was so nervous when I brought him into New York. He was like so skittish of everything, of the garbage trucks, of any sort of paper that would be flying through the streets. And I laughed because I think that they said that the male would be a better fit for New York City, which was interesting. And so we had a great life living in New York together. We lived on the Upper West Side, just 1.5 blocks away from Central Park. And every day, twice a day, we would go to Central Park before 9 a.m. We had him off the leash, and we had our total dog community and friends that we're even still friends with today. And it was amazing for him to have that freedom to be off leash in this big park and go in Bethesda Fountain and cool off in the water. And then in the nighttime, after 9 p.m., he could also be off leash, and that was really fun, especially in the summer nights, to be off leash and hang out in Central Park. So that was a really sweet memory. And about 6 years ago, we moved out to San Diego, and we drove across country together with my brother, the 3 of us, in the car. And you can imagine driving from New York to California, we made lots of stops. And our life out in California has been amazing. We spent so many days at the beach. All of the houses that I've ever lived in, we've been able to walk from the house to the beach. And it's been amazing. And he has been such a huge, huge part of my life in so many different ways. He's been there for me when I was sick or sad or lonely or happy, or helping me to meet new people and the start of many new relationships. So he's really been such a source of light for me. And in the last 6 months, he's started to develop some neurological stuff going on where his hind legs have been slowing down and dragging, and his mind has been very alert. And he, the front half of his body was just like super, come on, let's go, I'm ready to go for a walk. But his hind legs would slow down, and he was diagnosed with something called degenerative myelopathy. And that is basically a disease of the spinal cord. So it's basically a breaking down of the myelin sheath, so that the body starts to lose sensation. And so my thoughts have really been, oh my goodness, this dog who used to run like white lightning in Central Park and on the beach, is slowly losing his physical form. And then, just about 2 weeks ago, he started to experience some breathing challenges, and the first time ever that he's actually had that type of thing. And just this past weekend, I finally took him to several vets over the course of many days, and finally took him to the hospital and had his lungs drained. He had about 1.5 liters of fluid in his lungs. So, which makes sense why his breathing was labored. And just yesterday I found out that Chants has cancer. And, everything about him is slowing down now. And it's a major shift going from thinking that it was just his physical body to now it's, his breath. And the thought of living life without him is pretty heartbreaking and scary, actually. The love of an animal, of a pet, of a companion is like no other, and I highly encourage you to connect with an animal if you haven't yet already. And I share this with you because I know that you have been following us and care and also love Chants. And I also know that when it is his time, which I don't know when it will be, it might be the next few days, it might be in a week, it might be more than that, I don't really know. But I do know is that it is such an opportunity for me to be really present and just to kind of not worry about the future and just to really enjoy every moment with him that we do have together. So I thank you so much for listening and for following us and for your love and for your prayers. One thing that I also want to share that I get from him is that he doesn't want me or us to be sad. That he just wants us to be love. So if I could learn anything from Chants, it's just to be love. So thank you so much. Always know that there's light inside of me, there's light inside of you, and together we are one. Namaste.
She lives with an orange tree, the girl that does yoga. She picks the dead ones from the ground when we come over. And she gives, I get, without giving anything to me. Like a morning sun, like a morning sun, good morning sun. Girl that does yoga when we come over. The girl that does yoga. Well, he lives in a little house on the side of a little hill. Picks the litter from the ground. Little brother spills. He gives, I get, without giving anything to me. And the dogs they run, and the dogs they run. And the good morning sun.